Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you tonight or earlier this evening, I meant to say. Sorry if I said tonight. It's getting close to evening time now, so this is for an episode review I did say I was going to do for episode 3 review for season 1 of House of the Dragon that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys for episode 3 I just watched, which I know it came out 2 days ago. I just didn't come around to it because I was out of town for a couple days. So, yeah, I'm going to discuss what I'm going to be talking about with this episode and let you know my thoughts on episode 3 of House of the Dragon for season 1. So, let's dive into this episode 3 review. Now, basically, this one has some moments where it's like, okay, this could be interesting. The only good thing about this show, I think the last episode had its weak moments. I wouldn't say it was terrible, it was pretty good, but not the best episode I watched. This one was much better. So if I were to rate the last episode now, I would give it like a 7 out of 10. It was decent, but not amazing. So there were some boring moments in it. And I was like, the politics stuff about the episode kind of bummed me out a bit. And it just felt dragged on for almost an hour long of an episode. But this one is much better. And I was really liking this episode. Even though it had its political moments with basically Rhaenyra finding out that her best friend Alice Hightower or whatever I think her name is, got married to her father, Rhaenyra's father, Viserys, the king, of course. So now it's forwarding 3 years later. So they did a little time skip. 3 years later to now when Daemon was still cast out. Matt Smith's character, of course, which I really like his character. He's pretty interesting and pretty good at playing a interesting sort of bad guy, I guess. But in this episode, Damon goes and fights in a war at the Stepstones or something like that. Some place called the Stepstones. Um, and basically, that's towards the end of the episode and somewhat of the beginning and towards the end too. There's more to the fight at the end of the episode, and it's pretty cool. And I really like that about the episode. But with this one, it mostly focuses its attention on Rhaenyra, Viserys, King Viserys, and Alicent Hightower, I believe is her name, the king's wife and all that. So she's queen, of course, now. And they have a kid on the way and have another kid that's like 2 years old, Aegon Targaryen. So yeah, basically, pretty much overall, I think this episode was really good. Probably one of the best episodes I've seen since the first episode, and I really enjoyed the first episode. Pretty much the king's trying to go on a hunt as well to kill a certain white deer or something, white hart or something like that, and he doesn't find what he's looking for, but as you can tell, um, it's like if you watch the episode, of course, it's like a brown hart or whatever that they kill instead, and a wild boar tries to attack Rhaenyra, or does attack Rhaenyra, almost kills her until Sir Crispin or whatever, stabs it, and then Rhaenyra really stabs it to kill it for sure. So she was holding back a lot of anger towards her father by killing that boar. I was like, damn, like that's sure someone on uh mad at someone. So yeah, basically overall, I think episode 3 of season 1 of House of the Dragon was pretty excellent. Um, it's one of the best episodes. The last episode has its boring moments, but it was decent in a way. So, yeah, I'd give the last episode a 7 out of 10. So, if I gave it an 8.5, I terribly am sorry because the episode was sort of mixed baggage and kind of boring, too, for episode 2. I know it had to explain some things to get to the best parts of this season. This one was really good, so I highly recommend you check episode 3 out of season 1 of House of the Dragon. And first score for me, I'm giving House of the Dragon season 1 episode 3. I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. This was really good, really enjoyed it, and highly recommend watching it, this show. Episode 2 you're probably going to find a little boring and very draggish of a storyline and all that because they explain more about the political side of the game, the House of the Dragon part of the show. So it kind of got very boring, and that's why I was like, oh my god, this one is not very well received. So yeah, this one was much better for sure. So 9.5 out of 10, and it had action scenes, of course, the fight scenes too. So it was pretty interesting to watch through. But anyways, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of House of the Dragon season 1 episode 3. Uh, and I'm giving this a 9.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this. And if you enjoyed this review for season 1 episode 3 review of House of the Dragon, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. I will have another review coming out as soon as I can for Black Veil Brides' Savior 2. It's going to be out sometime tonight. Well, out sometime tonight. I kind of slurred my word there for a second. But still, really enjoyed this episode. I'm going to watch The Rings of Power in due time. Probably, hopefully tomorrow. I don't know for sure. I got to see what I'm doing. But if not, you'll have to wait a bit for me to get to it. And unfortunately, I might have some news to share with you about the Wednesday Versus video being delayed. So I will explain about that in a special video tonight. But until then, stay safe, guys. Take care. Hope you enjoyed this House of the Dragon Season 1 Episode 3 review. And as always, I will see you in my next video.